What's up? What's up? We're back again. You know who it is. It's Big Hendo, Hendo Unplugged, man. You know who it is. I got my dog in the building. You know what I mean? Chef Q. What's going on, baby? What's going on? What's up with you, bro?
What's up?
Man, we back again.
How you living, bro?
Man, you know, back again. Hey, straighten up for me, man. So, because, you know, we got to get you straight. You know what I mean? Other way. There we go. There we go.
There we go. We back.
You know what I'm saying? Back at it. Let me get down a little bit to get to your level, too.
There we go.
You know? Hey, but you know what we do on this podcast, man? We talk about the hottest topics in hip-hop, the hip-hop industry, the culture, all the above. You know what I'm saying? We're based out of San Diego, but we from different places of the world. You know what I mean? I'm from Albany, Georgia. Where you from, Q?
I'm from New Orleans, uptown area.
Yeah, man.
Oh.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we got a lot to talk about, bro. A lot of stuff. Before we even start, baby, you know what I mean? How you been, bro?
Man, I'm good, man. Oh, man, I'm good, man. You know, dealing with people, ignorance, bullshit. But, you know, every day.
Yeah.
Every day gets better.
Hey.
Here we are. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, people don't understand when you have your own business, man, the stuff you got to deal with, bro. It's ridiculous.
Some bullshit. What the hell? You
know what I mean?
Some bullshit, bro.
I be like, man, I got to deal with this shit every day with people, problems, situations, and people will just want your attention, man. So it is what it is, man. We got to pay the price.
Yeah.
Pay the price to be the boss, I guess. That's what they call it, whatever.
That's what it is.
Whatever
man.
it is. Let's get to some of these topics, man. Let's get to the topics.
Let's get to it, man. You got some good ones.
Got some good ones.
Got some good ones. Heat.
Yeah. So YG just made dropped the song 2004. So he's talking about he was, I don't want to say the word, the R word, molested in the R word in this song. So he was saying pretty much that when he was a youngin', this girl took him, you know, to her house and she did him, you know what I mean? And she made him eat her out, you know, the booty and everything.
How old was he? Did he say?
He didn't. I don't think he mentioned
clarify his age.
But he said he was young, though.
He said he was young.
He said he was young.
Right.
But he also said that it messed his whole life up.
Yeah.
It jacked him up. You know what I mean? So he said he can. His whole perception.
Yeah. So that makes me think of like, what's young? Because I know like, I don't know what's young. That's what because at 11 and 12 we was trying to do that anyway.
No, so
I'm like hey, what's young? You know what I'm saying? Was you under 12? You know what I'm saying? Then it's like, okay, that's disgusting. You know what I'm saying? But like if you was, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, dog. Every day California people got something that made me be like, damn, they like, but not like what's young?
Yeah,
what's young?
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, if he's like, I feel under 10, under 10.
I would say under 12. Under 12, yeah. But it depends on how you was raised, too.
Right.
It depends on how you was raised. Like I said, like, when we was 12, 13, 14, we was already trying to bust something down. So I don't know. But it depends on how you was raised and where you from and what's young. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, man, but you look at it from a different perspective, you know what I mean? Like, if that was a guy, you know, preying on a little girl, you know what I mean? You look, oh, come on now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you would look at it completely different, you know. So
you would, but I guess that's when you get to the double standard of things.
Right,
you would
100%.
look at it completely different, but at the same time, a lot of times when the guys go and they're predators and they look for little girls and stuff like that, like that's already a thing to where a lot of times the little girls they're not thinking like that,
right.
So it's like, yeah, like you're attacking like innocence. And he could have been innocent. He could have been an innocent little kid. So that could, like I said, it just depends on how you was coming up.
Yeah.
But like a lot of times for a guy, like we're already trying to get into something when we're of those certain ages, if it was that age. So we're already trying to get into something. So I'm just saying, so like, man, I wish like we used to have a teacher. I wish, I used to be like, man, I'd be like, man, I was a Spanish teacher, bad. I wish, boy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it just depends.
That's funny. I was thinking that too. I was like, man, you hear all these allegations of these teachers doing crazy things to students. I was like, man, why couldn't that have been me? I felt like a couple of times that could have happened.
Why couldn't it be me? Why couldn't it be me?
Why you telling? Homie, what? You telling?
Bruh.
Homie, stop. Homie, you telling? Is she bad too?
Man, look.
Oh, come on, man. Bro. Stop,
But I'll be saying like, and then the people in the comments be like, oh, this is something that need to be talked about more. You know, like women predators that prey on little boys and stuff like that. And it do.
It does.
It do. We're not saying that it don't, but it's just, And the mind state that we had when we was young, we wouldn't have been tripping. That's all I'm saying.
Miss Margette's, baby. Miss Margette's.
Wouldn't have been tripping.
Miss Margette's? Woo! Bro, Miss Margette's, homie, she used to ask me coming out to school all the time.
Oh, see?
You know what I mean? But hey, she never made that move though. I was like, please, come on, man. Let me go ahead and grab your ankles, girl. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he gave her all that little thing.
Bruh.
That's crazy though. But yeah, man, he said it messed him up though. So, and that's another thing too. You got to find that girl attractive. If it was somebody fat and ugly, bro, that would kind of mess me up too.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, there's so much that go into it. She could have. He said fat and ugly.
Yeah.
She could have been looking like a creature.
Yeah.
She could have been a creature. You know what I'm saying? And that would have messed him up. He could have been an innocent boy. She could have been a creature, and she just took advantage of him. So yeah, that would definitely mess you up.
Man,
you think a big like fat stanky ass, and she like eat my ass,
bro. He said she made him eat her cakes and all that, bro.
Yeah, that would mess me up too though. If it was something like that.
Yeah, that'll mess me up.
We talking about the bad ones now. If it wasn't, if she could have been, because if she was a bad teacher, he probably wouldn't have been rapping about it.
No, I don't think it was a teacher. It was just a random chick that she knew.
If it was a bad chick, he probably wouldn't have been saying nothing about it.
Exactly. But if you look at it how YG is now, he's like, you can tell he's like an alcoholic. He drinks a lot, man. He's always faded. You know what I mean? So this probably affect his life, his whole life, man. You know what I mean?
I don't know if his whole life. Like I said, he been in the game. He just now talking about it.
Yeah.
So it could have just been like something that like I'm ready to come out with this.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We got a comment. What did it say? You know what I mean? Let me go ahead and resize this. Holy moly. This thing's across the screen. Let's get this right. Give me a minute to resize this for y'all, because we do have a live audience going on right now. So he said...
That's true.
Yeah.
That's facts.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you.
Did he say it was a woman?
He says a woman.
Oh, he said it's a woman.
It's a woman.
Yeah. Was that specified?
Yeah.
All
he
right.
says a woman.
Nah, you definitely preaching. You definitely preaching facts.
Absolutely. Drea and Jalen Green. So I heard about Drea, right? Drea, her new boyfriend. Are they still together though?
I don't know.
I don't know if they're still together, but she was dating a 21 or 22-year-old, and her son, she had a son that was the same age as the basketball player she was dating. So some new details that's emerged that I didn't even know, bro. So I'm listening to Cam Newton, and Cam Newton says that she used to babysit Jalen Green when he was a kid.
Yeah, I guess her and her son, huh? They used to go on dates.
Wow. Bro, she used to babysit old boy when she's like, bro, come on.
See what I mean? I'm pretty sure Jalen Green be like, man, when I get older, I'm gonna knock that out.
Absolutely.
See what I mean? See what I mean? Cause she bad. See what I mean?
Absolutely.
See what I mean? He probably was like, damn, I'm gonna knock the coins out of that babysitter. He probably was like, then as soon as he get in the NBA, I'm here. What's up?
So it's that grooming.
Nah, she just babysitting him, and then she went away, and then came back when he was older.
Oh, Q, come on.
That's not grooming.
Come on, Q. So she's about 38. I think she's like 38, 37.
Nah, grooming. She had to like been there with every step of the way and kind of like coaching him. But she babysit him supposedly, but you didn't hear about nothing else in their life. So she probably babysat him for a certain amount of time and just disappeared. Because this had to be like before Drea started becoming like Drea. Mm-hmm. So
yeah,
I don't think it's grooming. I don't think it's grooming. Now, if she was best friends with his mom and they was always together and he grew up with her son, then it'll kind of be grooming. Like, right. That's weird.
Right.
That's weird.
But even still, that's a weird situation for you to go back and date. I mean, I had an ex-girlfriend actually did that too. Actually, she did that. She dated her best friend, younger brother, and he was probably like 15 years older, 20 years older.
See, I have a problem with that. I don't know. Even like with TV shows, you be watching like the little girl from My Wife and Kids, little McKenna.
Yeah.
Like everybody like, oh, she look good. I watch My Wife and Kids. I watch little Katie. Like she's not cute. Like I can't see her like that because I used to watch My Wife. I used to watch her little Katie. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like.
Yeah, scoot over a little bit so you can get in the camera. There you go. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely weird though. That's a definitely weird one for sure.
Yeah, it gets weird. It gets weird when you used to certain stuff and then being young and whatever, and then when they get older, you're like, oh, I'm about to Like, nah. But you do hear about that. I know a lot of women, like, especially back home, when girls be putting extra emphasis on how, like, cute they sons is. Oh, your son is cute. Your son is cute. Gonna be a little playboy. He gonna be, your son. So my cousin be like, all right, girl, like, keep talking about my son. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but so, I don't know.
It's kind of crazy, all these little situations with families. I was watching what's that, Angela Yee show, and she said, well, some girl called in on her show, and she's pregnant by her baby daddy's father.
I hear about that kind of stuff. Yeah, especially when dads. So I'm gonna tell you this. When dads hit a certain age and they have a son young, when it's that 48, 47, 20, 21, a lot of times those dads is in the age bracket of where they could dib and dab. And I know a couple women that dealt with the son and the dad.
Oh my God.
I know a couple chicks that dealt with a son and a dad. You said
a couple.
A couple. I know a couple females that dealt with a son and a dad. I know a couple females that was like, oh, he is ratchet, but he trying to play on me, so I went to go F his daddy. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
I know a couple that, you know.
But from the dad, I think the dad's in violation more than the son is.
The dad would be in violation, but then again, I mean, look at Puffy and his dad.
Yeah.
Because they both dated.
Justin Combs.
Yeah,
Justin Combs. Yeah, Puffy was taking down Justin Combs' girls.
Yeah.
Oh, that's stupid, bro. Nah.
I'm like,
hey, bro, it's a cold game. Homie, like all these girls in this world, bro. Come on. All these women.
They right there. Think about it like this.
Why?
Because I'm gonna tell you, right? The son in the next room knocking it down. She like, Daddy,
nah.
The dad is listening to it. Like, dang, that sound like that's some. You know what I'm saying? They're like, okay. The dad probably like,
I can get it better.
Okay, I can do it better than. Oh man, he done already.
Nah,
oh man, I can do it better than that. Next thing you know, you catch her. And it's over with.
Nah, your dad's a sucker, homie, for sure. If your dad is Puffy Combs, somebody who can get like many women, like it's women not an option. You know what I mean? Women's not hard to get. It's not like a challenge to get.
Yeah,
you got to do that just because you just a sucker. You a sucker, bro.
Man, Puffy nasty. That's why. But I know women that do it too. I know more women that do it than anything else. Mom and daughters.
Man, that's wild.
Oh
bro.
Man, I know a bunch of mom and daughter combinations.
Man, there's actually a new. There's a what's that some black dude got the mom pregnant and the daughter pregnant.
Yeah,
and they want that. They want that relationship.
Look, your Miami and her mama. I'll take both of them down.
What? I haven't seen her mom.
For mama nice. Boy.
Nah, stop. Hold on. Hold on.
Her mama nice, boy.
Hold on, man. I don't got my contacts in today, so I can't see that good. Hold on, let me see. Let me go to share screen for y'all can see. That's what we talking about. I know I spelled that wrong. Let's see though. Young Miami's mom.
Look at him.
Hold on, I can't even see that far.
No. Go to that picture right there with the dress. With the dress on. Look at it with the dress. No, go up.
Oh, okay.
Look at the dress on court side.
Ooh, okay.
Court side.
Okay. Come on, pop up.
Come on now.
Okay, this is the picture. Let's see where she's at. Okay, move subscriptions.
Oh man, they got you.
I got a whole subscription thing. Okay,
come on now.
Okay,
and her and her mama right there.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
You mean to tell me? You mean to tell me if you were
that's your girl?
You with your girl and the mama come in and mama be like, hey babe,
Oh,
was him. Yeah. You mean to tell me you ain't gonna be like, dang.
Oh man.
You think
for sure.
You think your mama into that?
Absolutely. I'm definitely gonna try it. All right, we're back. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna try. Ah, she bad though. You right.
Well, I'm telling you,
you right.
I'll be like, man, what's wrong with your mama?
Yeah, you right though. She cold,
what's
homie.
with your mama?
She will get it though. She will get it.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild, bro. You right. Hey, you right.
Hey.
You right.
Hey,
You know what I mean? Hey, next one, Anthony Edwards. And this is a big topic right here, bro. This one. I need to get your opinion on this because I can go left and right with this one. So Anthony Edwards, if you haven't heard, Anthony Edwards, he just he got this chick pregnant. She's the baby mama of Lil Baby as well. So he got her pregnant. He told her, "Hey, I don't want no kids right now. I want to stay single. All this, you know what I mean? Yada yada." She says, "Hey, I had an abortion before in the past, and I don't want to do it again because it made her feel bad." You know what I mean? So she said, "I want to keep the kid." He said, "I don't want to be with you. I don't want to be with the kid. None of that." She decides to keep the kid. She goes to the whole term of the pregnancy, has the baby, moves to California to allegedly try to get more money from him. You know what I mean? So now it's time to garnish his wages to get money from him. He says, "Hey, I'll pay the whole 18 years of child support." He pays 1.1 million. Gone. Now everybody's talking like, hey, he's a deadbeat dad because he don't want to be in his kid's life. You know what I'm saying? So I need to get your opinion on it. Is he a deadbeat dad because he want to be in his kid's life, or what would you say? Because he told her friend that he didn't want to have a kid.
He told her friend that he didn't want the kid. But I can say, like, I feel like if that was the conversation that was had, that I don't want children before all this took place, then I do feel like there's certain things that should be condoms. You should use condoms.
Right.
Birth control. There's things that need to be happening to ensure the fact of, like, I don't want this kid, I don't want a kid, this and this and this. Cool. Especially if she had that trauma already and she knows, like, if I get a kid, I'm keeping it.
Right.
Which, of course, he's a basketball player. There's no way that she was going to get rid of that meal ticket.
100%.
No way in hell.
100%.
She keeping it.
So you think this girl's a gold digger or no?
I mean, I can't really say. She struck gold once. She had Lil Baby already.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So she struck gold. My problem is, how about y'all just stop going around this same little circle of women? Like, that's something.
100%. That's 100%. And I was looking at her and the way she was talking. She made another video because everybody was, saying that she's a gold digger. And the way she was talking, bro, she was like, "Oh, because I'm a pretty woman, and a lot of guys want me because the way I look and I got a nice body and stuff like that. They're just gonna automatically attract."
But there's a bunch of nice looking women.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of nice looking women.
Right.
That's the problem. That's the problem with a lot of dudes now. There's beautiful women everywhere you go.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand why women feel like you just like the golden ticket. If I'm the baddest, I'm the golden ticket. It's like, no, you could go to any state and find a beautiful woman.
Hey, she bad though.
She's definitely bad. She's definitely bad. But I'm just saying, like, that just can't be the only reason.
Right.
Like, oh, I got body. I'm beautiful. I'm like, nah, that can't be the only reason. But anyway, she got her payday.
I'm trying to find him. But I'm trying to find her so you can see the picture of her. You know what I mean? Because, but do you feel like he's a bad deadbeat though?
No, he's not a deadbeat. He didn't want the baby.
No matter what though, I mean, I'll tell you the truth. I think he's a deadbeat. Because no matter what, he nutted in her, dog.
He did nut in her.
You know what I mean?
He did nut in her.
Right.
But to me, maybe it's definition of what a deadbeat is. There's deadbeat as like you're not around, but then there's deadbeat.
That's what he said.
Yeah, right. But then there's also the whole thing of like, I didn't want to raise this kid. I didn't want to have this kid, but this kid is financially set up. That to me, that's not you're not really a deadbeat because you financially set that kid up.
I have to say, still a deadbeat because that kids need more than money to be successful. To be, I feel like a complete. He needs a male and a female in his life. He needs a masculine energy and a female
and feminine energy.
Right?
Yeah. No. Definitely. But
just because you give a motherfucker money, I don't feel like that makes you a good father.
I think I'm just looking at it as a kid with and a kid without.
Right.
If you've been a kid without, even if it's just me and mama.
Right.
I don't give a fuck. I can see my dad twice. If that nigga came and dropped off $1.1 million to me, I'm Gucci.
But as a kid, bro,
I'm good.
You speaking from an adult perspective. As a kid, money doesn't really matter.
I can speak as a kid too. As a kid,
money doesn't matter, dog.
But money mattered.
No,
it didn't.
You don't really know about being poor. When I was poor, bro, I thought that was like normal. I didn't know when we was poor. When I was younger, we was poor, bro, like dirt poor. Like poor, welfare, food stamps and shit from the city, but I didn't even know what poor was because that was just my reality. But my mom was there all the time to show love. So if you need those, you need your love is the currency. I feel more than not just actual materials.
It could be. Could be.
That's what I think, man. I think kids need love more than just money.
We ain't got to be in the project no more.
You felt
I can eat real cereal.
You felt, but as a kid, you knew what poverty was.
Yeah.
I didn't really know.
You didn't know?
I didn't know what poverty was. It was just regular to me. It
was fun.
Right.
It was fun, but you still knew that there was more out there. You knew there was better out there.
I didn't. I thought that shit was regular. I didn't know the difference.
But I think also because like you was like country poverty.
Country.
We was city poverty.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. There's a little difference in that.
I mean,
there's a little. The only reason I said that because I remember like when we go visit our family, like that being like Marsville and Alexandria and shit like, and all they got out there is like just a Walmart. Then that's a whole different like that's like that's a whole different type of poor. That's a whole different type of like. Well, y'all ain't got nothing to do.
Hey, we grew our own food, homie. Farmers, riding horses, cows, cow tipping.
Y'all ain't got nothing to do out there.
Nothing, bro. But we had crime. We had crime. We had a lot of high crime rate.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's just a difference between like in the city though. There's different accesses to different things that you could be like, all right, well, I can see that there's a little bit more out there.
Yeah, that's kind of true. Yeah, we wasn't in the country, man. We was in the country, homie. You know, baling cow hay.
That's what I'm saying. Like we was able to go to like Michoud and see Birdman House, and you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Like we were able to go to the east and see oh man, look at these little mansions out here and all like stuff like that. Like we could do that.
Yeah, we do. We didn't do that. We didn't see wealth like that.
Yeah,
we didn't see wealth like that. Everybody was pretty much on the same level, but you know, it was just black and white. White people had it was like middle-aged white people, but I never seen a rich white person. You know what I mean? When I was growing up, you know what I mean? So it was different. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's different. See, we had sports teams. Mm-hmm. We knew what a Rolls Royce was.
Nah, I ain't never seen a Rolls Royce where I'm from.
Man, Master P drove it. I remember Master P one time he came in like I said, but we was in the project like we had entertainers. Mm-hmm. So maybe that made a little bit different. Right. Like we seen people come with big body Benz, you know what I'm saying? Even like the drug dealers had big body Benzes and Porsches and we seen like, you know, like Rolls Royces and stuff like that.
Yeah, we had drug dealers.
But like I said, we had like we had entertainers.
Yeah.
So we had people that came back and we were like, oh man. Then we had people that would come in and like try to shoot music videos and stuff like that, you know. So we kind of like seen like, ooh, that's a blah 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 Lex Coupe, bubble eye bit. So we knew what it was. Yeah. So it was like that's something to inspire to reach for. But also in New Orleans we hella materialistic. So it was like yes, I would take the 1.1 million and be fresh to death and all that stuff like that because that's kind of what mattered to us.
I didn't even think about that. We did have dope boys. Going pretty hard in the city. In the pastors.
I know y'all did.
And the pastors too. The pastors was like really rich. That's the only thing was kind of, you know, you seen wealth was pastors and the dope boys. You're right. I forgot about that. But it is what it is. I still think he's a deadbeat.
Yeah, I mean, he don't want to, but then I can't.
It's deadbeat, homie. You gotta take care of them kids, dog.
No, you do have to take care of them kids. I'm not gonna argue that. It's just a certain part in me just feel like it is his fault. Should have wore condom. Should have got her on birth control. Whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. But and then Anthony Edwards weird too. He's a weird guy.
Yeah, he is kind of weird. I seen some clips of him.
I don't want to say too much, but he's kind of out there.
You see him talking to Obama?
Yeah. So
yeah, he ain't all ear. I was like, you talking to Obama like he your homie.
So I understand that, but by him just being like, oh, I'm gonna just pay this money and make the problem go away, I do kind of see where that could kind of come across like
he's young too.
He's definitely young.
Yeah, so I can see that at a young age. He did some stupid stuff at a young age.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's hot right now, a lot of money, you know, egotistical for sure.
I put that 1.1, 1.1, yeah. Here, I'll take that. Yeah.
Take that.
Take that kid. You gotta get that kid out of here. Get it out of here. That's how I said. Get it out of here. Get it out of here. Bruh.
Next.
Dismissed.
Yeah, that's wild, bro.
At least she invested in that money because I heard she started a trucking company.
That's wild.
So at least she's doing something with the money.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
To the third
one come. Absolutely. Absolutely, man.
To the third baby come.
Damn, boy. Antonio Brown. So Antonio Brown just raised $70,000 for this guy. I need to know your opinion on this one, Q. I need to know your opinion. So this man left his kids, I think it was 4 kids. I think the ages from 10, 6, 4, and 1. 10, 6, 4, and 1. He was going to a job interview. He had to leave his kids at McDonald's. Some lady seen the kids sitting there chilling all day, I guess, at McDonald's or a period of time. They called the police for neglect for kids. Got arrested. And the guy saying, hey, I was going to a job interview. So
I misunderstood what you had said when you first said it.
Mm-hmm.
So he left his kids at McDonald's?
Yes.
To go to another place, a job interview?
Yes.
Bruh. Bruh.
Yeah.
Get them kids away from him immediately.
Real?
Man.
Really?
I thought you were saying he left the kids in the car while he went into McDonald's for a job interview.
No. He left the kids there and he went to the job interview.
No. McDonald's is not a daycare. McDonald's don't even have the play spaces no more.
But sometimes you got to do what you got to do, bro. And I was thinking, okay,
you would have been better off leaving them at Chuck E. Cheese. At least leaving them at Chuck E. Cheese. There's stuff for them to do.
But a 10-year-old. So you got a 10-year-old. In my head, I was like, okay, the 10-year-old should be old enough to watch those kids.
The 10-year-old all right. Remember
the 10-year-old might be old enough.
California people.
Yeah.
In the South. We have to watch things early.
Right.
I'm just saying, let's put it out there because a lot of California people don't believe in that. Mm-hmm. We have to watch things early. We 9 years old watching Sisters and Brothers and did everything else like that. So just listen, bear with us. Mm-hmm. But yes, I would have took the 1-year-old with me to the job interview.
He can.
Yes, you can. Depend on what it was. It did depend on, but most of the time, yes, he could have. He could have took the 1-year-old. The 4, 6, and 10 could have stayed at Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese, huh?
Yes, you would have ever had been there. McDonald's doesn't have nothing there no more. There's not our McDonald's growing up.
Oh, well, they don't have the little.
They don't have none of that no more.
Yeah.
So you just left them in McDonald's. Like, no, that's not fun.
Yeah,
that's not cool. Sure. Like, no. And then who knows how long he was away.
He's probably there for a good hour or two.
Oh, easy. No. But at least if he was at Chuck E. Cheese, everybody could have been playing. They could have had some pizza. They could have been entertaining themselves.
Yeah.
Everything would have been cool because, to be honest, a lot of adults leave their kids at Chuck E. Cheese anyway. They'll go and then they'll go back to the house or go to the mall or do stuff.
Really?
A lot of, I
never heard that.
Man, grown-ups don't stay.
I never heard that. I'm staying there. I ain't leave my kid there.
I would too, but I'm just saying, like, a lot of grown-ups, they don't stay. They don't stay around. They be like, all right, go ahead.
I'm just trying to think about it. Like, when I was a kid, bro, especially when I was a kid, I think things have changed for sure. When I was a kid, I did a lot of independent things, especially at 10. I think 10 is kind of a good age. Don't crucify me, but I feel like 10 is a good age to watch a kid. You know, if you just give some tablets, kids are occupied. Bro.
I stayed with my sisters earlier than 10. So,
yeah.
But like, we was raised to do that. We was raised to, if daddy ain't around, the next man up is in charge of everything. No matter if you 8 or 80, it just doesn't matter. So therefore, like, I took that as a badge of honor. Like, okay, I'm gonna watch my sisters. Like, all right, I got it. Cool.
Right.
Yeah.
That kid's 10, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I don't know, but either whatever happened, Antonio Brown, he felt bad about it, so he raised $70,000 for the kid, for the guy. So now you got $70,000. You know what I'm saying? They help the family out. You know, get old boy out of jail, if he's still in jail. But there it is.
70 racks.
That's a lot. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. That's enough money to change everything that he possibly is going through at this point in time.
Oh, I forgot. I did read somewhere too. They were homeless.
Oh, then yeah, he definitely take the kids in.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the best thing to happen.
That just popped up.
Oh, well, that changes everything. Yeah, take them fucking kids. Yeah, take the kids away. Yeah.
Wow.
You homeless with 4 children?
I don't know.
Living out the car, probably, most likely.
I don't know. But he got it, though. He's doing what he can, dog.
Nah, he got
what he can, man.
At
least say he's trying, though, Q. He's at a job interview, so he's not a bum.
He was definitely trying, but evidently nobody was trying to help him.
That's a fact.
Because he could have left it, and he couldn't live with mama, auntie, grandma, sister, brother, nothing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So hopefully that 70,000 could change some things for him.
Hell yeah.
He could at least go get an apartment.
Absolutely. Bro, Sauce Walka, Sayso P, you know, that whole situation. They got shot. They spared Sauce Walka. They found the guy, alleged guy that was the shooter. He's been on the run for for a whole week. They just found him dead in Houston, Texas. What do you think about that? Remember, this is Memphis, Tennessee. Sauce Walka. That's why Sauce Walka is. Sauce Walka. He's in Texas. He's in Houston, right? Or Dallas.
All this did was just Houston. All this did was just make everybody be like, did he set him up?
Right.
So this man was from Houston this whole time?
That's crazy. So I'm trying to think, is this street justice? Or do you think old boy offed himself too? But the whole thing that's tripping me out is he's in the city that Sauce Walka lives at. That's where he's from.
Yeah. What is he doing out there? He was trying to get that payment. And Sauce Walka said, I'm only giving you this much. And he was like, you short. And he was like, bam, got him, offed him. It was like,
why is he in Houston and the murder was committed in Memphis, Tennessee? Because
the dude probably was from Houston. And that just draws more. Well, you're going to see in a couple years as everything else unravels.
Something ain't right about this one. Bro. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Ain't no way. There's no way. But I think old boy is from Memphis, Tennessee, though.
But why was he in Houston?
Right.
What was he going to Houston for?
100%.
To collect his money? He was going to Houston to collect his funds, huh? As he was going to Houston for? I was like, I'm about to go get that check.
It raises so many questions because if you've seen Sauce Walka's demeanor after it happens, it's like he didn't care. And when we talked about this, we was like, oh man, people handle these situations in different ways. And that's what you said. So I was like, bro, he looked like he don't care, man. He's having a good time. Then he was like, he might be on drugs. It might be the drugs talking. But now, old boys was murdered in the city that he lives in. Ah, come on, bro. I don't know.
I don't know neither.
I don't know.
I see.
You think he got set up?
That's what it sounded. It sounded more and more like it got set up. Sauce Walka was like, man, look, shoot me in the leg. Don't miss the target. Don't miss the spot.
But why would he set him up though?
I don't know.
That's the question.
I don't know what that motive would have been.
Yeah.
I mean, it could have been street justice, but that dude had to been a stupid dude to go to Houston for some apparent reason. Like everything was just gonna be this,
Absolutely.
Everything gonna be okay.
Absolutely.
I would have stayed far away from Texas.
Oh man, I wouldn't even be in Texas.
I wouldn't have no reason to go to Texas.
Yeah. I'm really interested to hear more details about this as this unfolds for sure.
Yeah, I want to know too. I want to know, was there some kind of turmoil? Was there some kind of like beef in between them? Like was something going on? You know what I'm saying? That made Sauce be like, okay, I got to get rid of this dude.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. There's something there. There's something there. And this is not the first time Sauce Walka been in a situation like this. Like he was in downtown LA. He killed the dude that said he was trying to rob him. But I was reading the stories and everybody was like, this dude had a lot of money. This dude had millions of dollars already. You know what I mean? So why would he try to rob Sauce Walka? You know what I mean? So he shot the dude dead in downtown LA. Yeah. So
see, Sauce Walka,
some ain't adding up. Yeah. I'll tell you that.
We're watching, man.
Hey, Brittany Renner, wild thing out there, converted to Islam. So she said she wanted to change her life, bro. She converted to Islam. Now, last week, she was caught on DDG Instagram stream with Kevin Gates. Kevin Gates was, that was his little thing. She was wearing the robe and everything, the whole Islam little outfit, everything. Let me pull up the video so y'all can see some of this. Let me see if I can have the video. Do I have the video? But now everybody's questioning this, and they think that Kevin Gates converted her to Islam. Let's see. let's see. Let me see. I don't have. I'll try to find it. But everybody is saying that Kevin Gates converted her to Islam, and she's like really like being obedient. All that.
I mean, that's what gays do, though.
Let me try to find it.
That's what gays do. They ain't surprising.
Kevin Gates. Let me try to find it right now. And Brittany. No, I never seen it engaged. I mean, I don't know. Let's see. Everybody's saying a lot of stuff now. Let's see. So, and that's funny, right? I remember this Rolling Loud right here. She was she interviewed him, bro, and she was on his shit on this Rolling Loud.
Yeah. She been on this shit though. She been on that, man.
Yeah. Let me find it. DDG. Kevin Gates, Brittany Renner, DDG. Let's see. Okay, so this is what everybody's talking about right here. What's a couple of them? So this is what everybody's talking about. So she's on this little stream right there, and nobody had known that she was going to be there, and she just shows up. They give it. That's Kevin Gates. That's his business. If you want to bring her, he can bring her.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But it was kind of weird to a lot of people to see her there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But evidently, she evidently is messing around with him.
For sure. 1000%.
You know what I'm saying? But that's the standards and stuff that man. You know, if you deal with him, then that's how you got to carry yourself.
Right. And I respect that. Now look, this is one of the videos right there people are tripping on because she's like waiting in the corner. And if you really understand who Brittany Renner is, she's like a wild, a bop. She's a bop.
We all understand that, but I think that everybody ain't understanding is when you deal with a Louisiana man. You know what I'm saying? When you deal with a Louisiana man, there's certain rules and regulations that you could be the biggest 304 on the earth. There's certain things that you have to do. There's certain boundaries and limits and things that we play with and we don't play with, and you gotta respect that. And if you don't, you can't get with the program.
Man.
So evidently, she wanted it enough to. She's like, yes, whatever you want, my king, whatever you want.
But you see how she's in the corner, bro? And she's like,
stay in the corner away from me. Yeah.
Damn.
Stay in the corner away from me.
He got her, homie. He got her just. I mean, I respect it though. I mean, I think it's also cultural. If that's her religion and her culture now, you know what I mean? You gotta kind of respect that.
I mean, if.
So my next question: Would you try to
convert a hoe?
Convert. 100%.
Nah, there ain't nothing I can do with her.
Right?
Ain't nothing I can do with them. There ain't nothing I can do with them. But I mean, each his own. Each his own. To him, it was probably a challenge. He probably wanted that challenge. You know what I'm saying?
Man, but she seemed like a really good girl, but her past is like so like just.
I mean,
tarnished to me.
He a nasty nigga, so hey,
he probably like that.
Probably like it. Some dudes do.
That's probably his
thing.
Some
dudes like it.
That's probably his thing, bro.
Just some dudes like it.
Mm-hmm. That's nasty, but like I said, I don't know if I can convert her, bro. Like she has a crazy past.
I wouldn't convert something like that, but I mean, each his own.
I mean, it seemed like she really obedient. It is what it is, though. We'll see what happens. We'll see how that's going to unfold. I mean, it just kind of intrigues me because she's a really wild girl. Like if you watch some of her old stuff, I remember watching her years ago. She's wild, bro. That's a wild girl. Really vocal. Talks a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? To this, that's like night and day, bro.
Yeah.
It's interesting to see. It takes the right man.
It do. But let's go to show you this is with every woman. It takes a certain man to bring that out of any woman.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You have to be that dude or that woman or whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying?
Kevin Gates do carry himself in a way like he demands respect. Like he ain't gonna play that.
Yeah, I don't know too many dudes from the city that don't demand respect. So I don't personally know. It don't matter who it. I can't really speak for the young generation like the Ralph Nines and all that, but I know the older generation. I don't know too many dudes that don't stand on what they supposed to stand on and don't demand that kind of respect. Like you ain't gonna play with me.
Some principles.
Yeah, you ain't gonna play with me at all.
Yeah. Lil Wayne.
Weezy.
Carter 6 is about to drop. I think he said June and July. So my question is, do you think that's gonna be a good album, bro?
He should just leave it alone. It would have been better if he would have just dropped a a dedication or another sorry for the or something like a mixtape.
Right.
But a Carter 6, nobody's really looking for it.
Right.
I mean,
he has a lot to prove on this one. Not a lot to prove, I'm saying, but since he called out Kendrick, I feel
he didn't call out Kendrick.
Well, he's the whole thing. He was like, "Hey, man,
he was
disrespect."
About Super Bowl. He didn't call Kendrick out, and he said he tried to reach out to Kendrick.
But he's saying like if he would go at him if he have to.
Yeah, and Kendrick didn't say nothing. What have you heard that Kendrick spoke on?
But that's the last thing I pretty much heard about Lil Wayne, pretty much on the music tip. Yeah. So I feel he's gonna have to make this one hard. And I don't know, man. I don't know if he still got it like that. I don't know if Lil Wayne still got it like that.
He's better off. Look, he got the Hot Boy tour. They've been selling out. Do your features. Drop a mixtape.
Yep.
Call it a day.
Call it a day, bro.
You don't gotta keep putting on albums. There's nothing else for you to prove, my guy.
100%.
Nothing else for you to prove. You had your run. You did your thing. You the GOAT, bro. You know what I'm saying? You the GOAT. Hollywood stand up.
So if he drops something that's garbage, do you think that tarnishes his legacy?
If he drops something that's garbage, it depends on what the definition of garbage is with this day and age. If he drops something and all the songs are just like bad, then I think people will look at it as like, okay, Weezy, hang it up. I don't think it's gonna tarnish. It's gonna put a stain. It's not gonna tarnish too much though. But I think it's like, all right, it's time to hang it up, bro. It's time to give it up. It's a wrap. Like,
absolutely.
Cool. Like, I'll hear you on the little 16 and all that. I'll hear you on that. But now, if you come out and it's hot, woo! Now we're thinking like,
Yeah. 100%. If it's hot, bro, oh man, I think Wayne can resurge. He can rise like the Phoenix, bro.
Bro, yeah. If it's hot, niggas gonna be like, okay.
I think people will want that Kendrick and Wayne battle if it's hot.
If it's hot.
If it's hot.
I think they'll want it even if it's warm. Even if it's warm,
agree.
they'll want it.
I agree.
Unless it's just straight garbage. If it's straight garbage, then bow out peacefully. I'm done. I'm going to keep doing the Hot Boy tour. I'm going to do a little features. I might drop a mixtape in the future and then call it a day, bro.
Absolutely.
Call it a day. But if you come on with all that, you high as a kite and don't nobody know what you talking about and you just rambling,
yeah,
it's not gonna work. If you come out with all the auto tune and all that, nobody listen to that no more. Nobody do that no more.
100%.
It ain't gonna work.
100%.
And the thing with Wayne is, he says he only listens to himself. He don't really listen to other rappers, so therefore you don't even know what's trending or what's hot or what's good now. Like you just gonna come out and just do the same things. Like
right.
Ain't gonna work.
I heard that.
It ain't gonna work.
Man, we'll see what happens.
Better
bro.
get Drake on like 5 features.
Yeah, he gonna need some features. I think he's gonna need some.
Get Drake
features.
on them hooks.
Yeah. We'll see.
I'm telling you.
Absolutely. Hey, Lil Baby. They said they got wiretap evidence of him putting some tickets on people's heads.
Yeah. Tired.
Put some tickets on people's heads, bro.
Come on.
Wiretap. I listened to the video though, man. It don't really sound like him. It seems like the evidence they got against him is not sufficient enough because he wasn't really talking. It was somebody else talking about, they heard that he had some, we got some tickets on people's heads. So it wasn't directly towards Lil Baby.
It wasn't, and I think that you think this is this? I don't know. I just feel like right now, the feds is picking.
Right.
They picking that certain stuff, and I think they should just chill out.
I think that he pissed somebody else off, kind of high ranking or something. Like a couple months ago, they came out and said like he used him. It was a shooting or something like that, and he was involved in that. They was really mad at him. They was really pissed about Lil Baby. Now they probably know they don't have enough stuff on him. They just probably trying to disrupt this little flow of his life and everything like that.
Especially because after they did that, and then Baby had that lawyer, and the lawyer laughed in the dude's face.
Right.
So that kind of made them mad or whatever. But back to the Fed, I feel like the Fed, like, y'all bored or something? Dog, there's a lot of things going on in the world, bruh.
Yeah.
It's like, y'all, I don't know, y'all coming across like, y'all bored? Like, there's so many different things that y'all could be focusing on, but you're focused on what some of these rappers is saying and doing. And it's just like, is it worth it?
Right.
Like some of it, maybe. But in this case, in these situations, like,
I can kind of get it though, because they're saying like the little 10-year-old kid got murdered or something like that in that situation. So anytime it has to do with a kid, man, they're gonna kind of go hard on you. If kids are getting murdered in the city, bro, like little babies are getting murdered in the city, they gonna do something. They're gonna have to do something. You can't have kids being murdered in the city.
I was gonna say something, but I ain't gonna say it. I was gonna say something about New Orleans.
I mean, yeah, in New Orleans, the kids are doing the murdering.
So I don't see not another real killer getting arrested.
Yeah,
you ain't touching the real steppers, but you gonna go after this homeboy that rap.
That's true. All
right.
Another thing too, man. Even though he probably don't go to jail, he's probably get detained for another 2, 3, 4 years. Like, you know, look at Lil Durk. You know, I mean, his situation. He's gonna be in the jail for. Even if he get proven not guilty, he's gonna be in jail for a long time. He's gonna serve some time still. You know what I mean? They're gonna serve time no matter if it's guilty or not guilty. Sometimes I feel like they're just trying to disrupt the flow of the artist or piss him off.
Stop his money.
Yeah, get his money like P Diddy.
But with Durk,
I mean, they got evidence on Durk.
They got evidence on Durk.
Yeah, they got evidence on Durk.
Yeah, because it's homeboy. But yeah.
You know what I mean? But hey, what do you think about it's 2025? We what 25% into the year already. So what do you think about the music? What's your favorite albums so far? Your favorite songs that have been dropping since the beginning of the new year so far? We're 25% in this year.
Okay. So a lot. Being in so far, I would say they had some good albums drop.
Right.
You know, Kendrick drop.
Kendrick? That was before though.
Was it?
Yeah, it was before.
I thought it was the beginning of the year.
Well, we can say though, because it
was. It ran into the. All right.
Yeah.
All right. The Party Next Door Drake.
Yeah.
Cool. Icewear dropped his EP. I've been bumping that.
Yeah.
There's been a decent amount of J-Bo dropped his stuff. So I think there's been a decent amount of albums that's been good.
Let me see, 2025 rap albums.
Like there's been a lot of albums that's been good. Has anything been like that? Okay, this album right here is gonna start the year off right, and this is gonna be, you know what I'm saying, the new hot thing or whatever. Nah, we haven't had that album yet.
See, and remember a long time ago we was talking about this. I said with this Drake and Kendrick beef, I feel like it's gonna hurt the industry for sure. Because nobody's not gonna really collab on music anymore. It's gonna be just people, your little section, this section. And since Drake, I ain't gonna lie, listen to me. Since Kendrick dropped this shit, other than Kendrick, who else has it been like really like moving the culture forward though? Other than Kendrick,
nobody. But it also depends on. I mean, it's subjective because who you like or whatever. Because I could say like, because as I sit here and say that there hasn't really been an album that, you know, that so far just been like everybody all aboard. But there would be people that would argue Friday's album. A lot of people liked that album, but I just didn't feel like it was megastar level.
Right,
you know?
Right.
But it was a good album. There was other like good albums, but there was nothing that's like, this is it.
Right.
We got one.
There's nothing yet that I can think of right now. I'm trying to look up 2025 rap albums that I can be like, all right, cool. So even though I got to look it up, there's nothing I can, other than Kendrick, you know, that I can think of right now. That's like, okay, cool. What was this? Something that was like significant in the hip hop culture that's moving the culture forward. Mm-hmm. And I'm not gonna lie, man. I feel like Drake was doing that. I feel like Drake was kind of moving now. He would drop some shit and it's like consistently dropping. And we had something to kind of vibe on to, but no, we don't have no vibe or no mainstream music. It's only Kendrick. That's it. that I can think of, like this mainstream. Man, yeah, you got your own little independent artist that you know you'll vibe to, but I don't know, man. I just feel like there's no collabing. People are not making music together. They're not collabing on anything, and no features, any of that. So it's kind of weird to me. It's super weird. I feel like the industry's kind of dry right now. I think shit is dry. I think it's super dry right now. I don't know. I'm trying to look right now. I'm looking at right now. I don't see anything. Like everybody, yep. I don't see nothing. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, though. It is what it is. Adam 22 saying that no jumper is going.
Wait, before you go into that.
Okay.
Before you go into that.
Mm-hmm.
Because a couple people have dropped the album.
Yeah.
Playboy Cardi.
Playboy Cardi. I forgot about that one. Yeah.
I know because we're not Playboy Cardi fans.
Right.
But one would argue, I guess to some that's
a good one.
That was a good album.
Yeah.
I didn't particularly like Lil Baby's album, but Lil Baby did drop an album.
Yeah. Playboy Cardi was a good one. That did move the needle for it for sure. But like I said, I feel like that's not core hip hop. I feel most people.
Yeah, there's nothing.
Core hip hop was not gonna
listen
to that.
There was nothing else.
Right.
That was it. That was pretty.
That's it.
That's pretty much it. For right now, in the beginning of the year.
That's it.
So first quarter report card. What do you get? F.
C.
C. What gave you
Playboy Cardi? I'm only gonna say that because he's still part of the. Even though I don't listen to him, he still did more numbers. I think he did more numbers. I think they say he did more numbers than Kendrick. Bro, they're saying that he did the same numbers as Taylor Swift, bro. That's huge. Taylor Swift? Taylor Swift, bro.
Only reason why I'm taking a deep breath is Kendrick's numbers wasn't.
Kendrick did numbers. He sold over 2 million
worldwide.
2 million.
No, I mean first week numbers.
Oh,
it was like what
first week?
No, it was still decent, like 300 and.
Yeah, Kendrick, he did good this year so far.
It was like 300 something, but I remember because they had the stat of All My Dogs sold more than Kendrick, YG, and Mustard's album put together.
Another topic I wanted to talk to you about. One of the things we dropped a clip and we were saying like we're rated Kendrick albums.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people didn't put Gen X at the top album. They put like shit like number 4 and number 5.
Yeah, I know.
They were saying Damn. People were saying Damn was like the top album. I got a lot of feedback and they said Damn was one of the top albums.
I know. I personally feel like it depends on what kind of level of Kendrick Lamar fan you is.
Mm-hmm. Damn is one of the top albums. To me, that was one of my least favorite albums. And people were saying like that was.
All right, first week Kendrick did 319.
319?
319.
Okay.
So to put that in perspective,
that's good though.
319. First week, Mr. Morale did 295. Damn did 603. Pimp a Butterfly. Well, Damn was his highest first week of all his records.
Damn.
Pimp a Butterfly was 324. Good Kid, Mad City was only 242. And I'm not even. Drake's almost doubled off that.
What's Drake?
Oh man.
Oh wow. Wow. Oh, we'll get it. I
got Her Loss 404.
Damn.
For All My Dogs 402, which ended up doing over $1 billion. Honestly, Nevermind 204.
Damn.
Yeah. So the funny part about it, For All My Dogs, it was number 1 on the Billboard's chart, tying Taylor Swift and Jay-Z for the most career number 1 albums.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so it's crazy work. Anyway,
we'll see. Yeah.
We'll see,
man. But I just feel like the culture's kind of dry right now.
A D.
D?
A D. Yeah, definitely. It's not enough heat. It's good. It's good fast food, but there's no Mastros. There's no steak 48s. There's no, you know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of McDonald's and Jack in the Box. There's no like that. No,
bro, shit ain't selling right now.
There's no porterhouses on there. You know what I'm saying? There's no like King salmon. There's none of that. You know? So yeah.
Shit ain't selling right now.
Yeah.
It's going dry. Shit's going dry for sure. So Adam 22 said no jumper's going broke right now.
I believe it.
He said that since during the pandemic they expanded because the sales and everything was pretty high. Then they had a lot of people, Big Baby just left and a lot of people left, which it hurt their sales. Then they lost their Instagram. They lost their Instagram as well, which it hurt them a lot. And they bought a new building and the sales are not coming in. So he's saying like they're gonna have, they sold the building that they bought, which was $5 million, and they're laying off a lot of people on No Jumper. And we had this conversation a couple weeks ago. You said No Jumper fell off a long time ago.
A long time ago when they started losing everybody. Nobody want to sit around and listen to all them old ass gangbangers talking shit. Like nobody want to hear that, man. Like before it had like I said before they had like it was funny because before it was a bunch of people that had like a rapport. There's a bunch of people that had chemistry. AD and Trail,
T-Rail, yeah.
Like they had like chemistry. They had like like even some of the other people that they had on there too. But then like it went from that to like they left. Then they brought on Crip Mac and all them, and really people just watching for Crip Mac after that because he was just so funny.
Right.
Like you know what I'm saying. And then it's like okay, then you lose that, and you bring in all these other dudes and stuff, and it's just like. The world don't care. I would say that. It's like we don't care. Like we don't care. Like y'all not talking about the same stuff. Y'all talking about things that's going on in your own little neighborhood, in your backyards. It's like, man, we're not interested in that, to be honest with you. Like, so I knew it was going to go downhill.
I feel like I didn't know it went downhill, but I do feel like it's a lot of antics, and I think it's a lot of made up antics. That's the only thing I feel like is killing them.
Well, how much did you watch it?
I never really watched it. I cut the clips.
You see the clip, but even their clips started kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Nobody really was on their clips like that.
Right.
So it's like I feel like that they kind of like messed up when they started doing like all this. They brought on the little
Whack 100.
Yeah, like people was already tired of hearing him talk. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like certain people was just tired. I think people were just like, okay, it's kind of getting played out now.
Yeah.
There's only so much of that you could do.
I feel like I said, like the antics. I feel like it's made up antics, and I think that people kind of catching on to like the fakeness of it. You know what I mean? I don't think a lot of it was real, like the beefs and stuff. Like I give an example. Like a week ago, everybody had the little Rico stuff going on, and they were saying, "Oh, Adam 22 got he caught up in the feds." You know what I mean? And he can't make the show. I think that was all cap. I think it was fake, just to get the views.
Could have been. I mean, yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's that type of
the running trains on his wife or girlfriend, and
right.
It's just a clown show.
It's becoming a clown show, and actually like journalism and actual people, YouTubers. Like I said, I feel like it was way better when AD was on there. When AD and T-Rail and everybody was on there, Duno's on there, all those people's on there, and they had like a legit cast on there, bro. And people was all talking about like giving some real educated.
Because they was joking, they was really talking real stuff.
Right.
They was really talking facts. And
right.
they would talk about stuff that's like, oh man, this is entertaining. Or they would tell stories and it'd be funny. Like, Smack is hilarious. He be telling his little stories. He'd be like, bruh, this dude is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you listen to all these people and they tell their stories like, he's like, dang. But then when you started seeing the 9, you got all these, they telling their little hood stories and stuff. And it's like, yeah, woo. And it's like, it's too much like chest pumping.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's way too much chest pumping. We don't really like, nobody want to hear all that. Like,
they're just talking about themselves.
Yeah.
Hey, blood, and on 60 rolling, and they're talking about the stuff that they experience or their hoods and stuff. And then people, it's cool for a couple episodes, but it's like the whole thing is about you and about the actual individual characters instead of coming on. And if you look at the numbers, the only time they really had numbers that I seen was when Adam 22 was on there, and was because Adam 22 he's on there doing some journalistic stuff. He's asking you all the questions that you want to hear.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. It seems like without Adam, it wasn't a good show.
It is what it is.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But it is. But
Hey,
good luck for them though. You know what I'm saying?
blessings too.
So Kanye West is dropping an album, bro.
Which
He's already dropped them.
I knew he was dropping an album, man. I knew he was dropping an album. He was doing too much.
Doing too much.
He's
bro.
doing way too much, bro. But now you get into the sense of like when does all the antics become too much,
Right?
And it just overshadow the music,
right? And I understand it. Like some of the stuff, I think it was true, and I think he's exposed to some people, and I think he's doing a service at a point. At a point.
But yeah, that's to get you to listen to the album and see what he's talking about.
That's it.
Yeah.
And I think people know now. Kanye never talks crazy until he's ready to drop an album. Now he drops an album. Like Kanye, this don't look good.
Yeah. Now he just, and then after he dropped the album, he disappeared.
Disappears. Kanye, this don't look good. I think this is a bad representation. I think people once again caught up with all your tricks and your antics, and now people don't want to listen to the album. I bet you people are not gonna listen to the album now, unless he drops some fire. And I haven't heard anything yet. I heard the album's already out, I think too.
Was it out already?
Let's see it. And that's the crazy thing. Like, you don't even know the album's out already? I mean, I get the marketing behind it. You got to get eyes on you. Kanye West. Let's see. Okay. I don't see it on Spotify, but I think Spotify kicked them off. I think they kicked them off Spotify.
Yeah, see.
Oh, man. Let me see. Kanye West album. I'm trying to look it up right now and see if it's in. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be coming. All right, he dropped it today.
It drops today.
Yeah, it drops today.
All right, well, let's.
World War 3.
All right, well, we're going to give y'all the review next week.
Yeah, we'll drop the
We're
review.
definitely going to give y'all the review.
Yeah, he drops today. Yeah. Okay. Or it says upcoming album. Coming. Okay, so it's not dropped. He's gonna drop it.
All right.
So it's coming. It's coming. So, but we knew he was gonna have to drop an album, and I think this whole antics and how it talks crazy and just to get attention is getting too late. It's old. Question for you.
Mm-hmm.
This is a big topic that's going on the internet right now. What do you consider? Big U. Big U's hot right now. He got indicted for the whole RICO type of thing, and now people want to know like, what is a check-in and who's supposed to check in? Like, what's your definition of a check-in?
I think that has so many different definitions to it. Because before checking in would be, for one, who has a check-in? If you claim to be a gang member, or you a gangster rapper, or you claim to be affiliated with something, you from a different city, you have to check in. If you saying you a New Jersey grape, and you come and you don't check in with the grapes and Watts, like cool. But if you're an everyday average dude, if you just even being a rapper, if you just a rapper, you know what I'm saying, and you just whatever, you don't have to check in with nothing.
They're saying like even Chris Brown, they was making Chris Brown, extorting Chris Brown.
Chris Brown checking because Chris Brown says he's from Peru.
Shaq. They're saying Shaq had to check in with him. A lot of different people.
I don't know, but I know Chris Brown said he's from Peru.
Right.
So that's why Chris Brown had to do whatever he had to do. You know what I'm saying? Like Bow Wow, he said he from Peru, so he has to do whatever he had to do. Soulja Boy said he was from Peru, so he had to do what he had to do.
Right.
So like, if you claiming these people's stuff, then like yeah, you have to give back to these people, these individuals, what they stuff is. But if you an average everyday cat and if you a Atlanta rapper and you come in to LA and you just trying to like enjoy yourself and all that stuff, Schoolboy Q been said it. Schoolboy Q said it on, was it the Drink Champs?
Yeah.
He's like, man, you ain't got to do all that. Come in, enjoy yourself, do your show, do this, do that, like stay where you need to stay.
Right.
Do your thing and go. But it's these rappers like it's them that want to like go to Compton and go on Fig and go to Watts and go to Inglewood and do all this extra stuff and be with the hood dudes and do all this stuff like that. So yeah.
You gotta check in.
Yes, that's when you start getting into what the check-in is. You have to check in. But I know before check-in was like, hey, like if I'm with, I don't name somebody, I guess, I don't know.
So Shaq don't need you don't think Shaq should be checking in? You think there'll be extortion if he you know ran Shaq for money?
Shaq gave money for the development. Him and Draymond Green gave Big U money for the development. Mm-hmm. At least that's what's on documents. I ain't gonna speak on anything that ain't on documents I ain't see. Mm-hmm. But on documents, it was for the development that never happened. So
is it
whatever. But if you from Georgia, mm-hmm. and let's say Georgia has Santana Block Crip, and you was a Santana Block Crip from Georgia, and yes, for people that don't know, these particular hoods did off-branch to different cities. So you come out here and you want to kick it with Santana Block, you have to check in. Let's say you from Santana Block, you check in with some people boop-de-whoop-de-woo, you're cool with us. Now, that also is supposed to give you protection.
Right.
So if you go out and doing dumb stuff like example, Rondo Quando, when he was at the ball and he was talking about F. Hoover and all this, and then he went out there and he was still banging 60s and the Hoovers got him, and then he tried to run to Big U, and Big U was like, nah, you didn't check in and you didn't let us know before you got here. You only hit us when you have a problem.
We had a problem.
Like, nah, it don't work like that. So then it's like, okay, yeah, like if you're coming to LA and you're trying to gangbang in LA and you're not from LA,
right?
Then yes, you might want to check in for some kind of protection.
Right. So what if you're like a regular rapper who's really popular and you come
I
into
personally don't think a regular rapper would have to check in, but that gets into the new age of extortion. Checking in and extortion is two different things to me. I don't say, but that gets into the extortion part. That's a whole different ball game if you're a regular rapper. When Future comes into LA, who Future talks to and who Future do is on him. But a lot of times, a lot of rappers, G Herbo lived in LA. When he came to G Herbo used to be on, he said he never had problems in LA. He never had to run into none of that stuff. Because that's not his politics. That's not his thing. So he didn't have to worry about it.
You mind his business.
You mind your business. It's only people that gotta worry about that kind of stuff is the people that want to be in shit.
Right.
If you want to feel like you want to be in, like, come on, you worth $20 million, number one hip hop rapper on the Billboard charts, but you trying to go chill at
Roscoe's.
at Fox Hills, or you trying to go to the Slauson Swap Meet for what? Like, why? Like, you want to do all these things, you know what I'm saying? Like, for what? What do you want to do all these things for? You know, to see that you still like you hood, then yeah, of course, dudes is gonna press you, they're gonna extort you, they're gonna do whatever they want to do because you feel like you want to do that. You could go to the W Beverly Hills, beautiful place. You go in there, you go to the little back to the pool, you chill by the pool, you got the SDK on the inside, go to SDK, chill at the pool, chill in your room, go if you want to go to Hollywood and chill or Sunset and chill, you know, so go to Delilah's or whatever, have a good time, have a drink, go back to your room, grab some girls. Have a good old time. Right. Nobody's telling you to go get a burger from Tam's and just sit there and chill. Like, no, who's telling you do this? You're trying to do this. You're trying to walk around the Jordan Downs. You're trying to go to Nicholson Gardens. You're trying to go to the PJs. You trying to go, you know what I'm saying? Y'all trying to do that. Like, for what? You want to go chill. You want to go see what the jungles look like and walk. And like, that's on you at that point in time.
Right. So 100%. I kind of agree with that. You know what I mean? You looking for trouble or going to places that's gonna be dangerous. You gotta expect that, you know, it's gonna come to you for sure.
It is, especially in a city where that's what they do. They do extort you. They do all that stuff. So if you were a gangster rapper and you think you did like, oh, I'm hood, I'm good everywhere, and this and this and this, and you tap in with certain people and you want to be good everywhere, then you have to take what comes with that. 100%. You know what I'm saying? So if you tap in with so and so, Bravo, so and so, and he's like need 100,000 or whatever the case may be, and you're like, okay, well, with that, you know, I get some of the homies as bodyguards, I get some guns, I get some weed, all the weed I want, I get some drink, I get da. He getting the bitches, he getting a bunch of hoes off Fig to come chill with us. Everything's taken care of. All right, 100,000, here you go. Everything's taken care of. Now you look like you, oh yeah, and you could get on IG and stun front. I'm good. I'm good. You see where I'm at? I'm in LA. I'm good. I got the so and so's with me. I got the Avalons, the
Going too hard.
Broadway. I got everybody with me.
Yeah, there you go. But you're right though. You go looking for the problems. That's the problem's gonna be.
But a lot of them do that though. Even when they was talking about the P&B rock, they was like, oh, well, what made him go to that Roscoe? That is the best Roscoe's. Okay, that's why. But they was like, you could have went to any Roscoe's. He went to that one.
They say he's supposed to check in too. He just say he's not gonna check in. He's gonna do what he want, and that's what happened. But they said he did set them up. They said that was a setup though.
He probably was set up. But then it was like certain things, like Pop Smoke, for example. What was you? Why was you hanging around them dudes?
Yeah.
He was hanging around them dudes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but there's been plenty of rappers that came into LA and they just did what they needed to do and left.
Right.
Like that don't necessarily mean you want to. You know what I'm saying? Or you could get it out of love. Kevin Gates and NBA YoungBoy was in Watts. They was like, man, they got it out of love. And he said, and he was on live and everything. And he was like, but he had all the he had Bowie Black, he had all the steppers with him. And he was like, man, we out here, he had all the different Jordan Downs people with him, and they was chilling, having a good old time. He bought food for everybody. But that's what I'm saying. When you generally do stuff and show love, then it's like, oh shit. He did this and did that, and he shot his music video back there, and everything was cool.
Yeah.
He didn't have no problems with nobody.
Yeah.
So certain individuals is good when they handle themselves in a certain type of way. I would say. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Man, people could tell when you trying. This dude really ain't no gangster, but he want to come out here and pretend to be.
Real.
New Orleans is big on that, because in New Orleans, if you say, I don't care if you from LA, you from Chicago, when you go to New Orleans, you talk about you a gangster, they're gonna be like, show me. You gotta show us. And they be like, show you how. They're gonna put that thing in your hand, they're gonna put that button in your hand, and they're gonna be like, I'm gonna point you in the direction. I want him gone. You gotta show us.
I heard that, big dog.
Look.
Good show, man. That was a good show, bro. Good show, man.
Dirk's album.
That's right, Dirk's album. Good album. Actually, it's doing really good on the charts too. They're saying like this is like one of his best albums, number wise too as well. You know, I heard the album. I can't think of the name of the songs that I felt like was top songs, but I think it was a good album. I think it was a decent album. Decent. I'm trying to think of the name. Let's see.
He said it was a decent album.
Yeah.
It was a good album. One thing I did notice when Dirk don't do that, man, what? You don't do that?
Yeah.
I'm like, he ain't about to snap. There was a lot of singing on this album.
Yeah.
And blues.
Did he record that album in jail too? Or?
They say some of it was recorded in the Fed.
Wow.
So
yeah, so it's just like Tory Lanez.
It's a good album though. It's a good album.
Do you see how Tory Lanez recorded his album?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I like that. That's fine.
That's pretty dope. He recorded it through the cell phone to the microphone, and they just
the only reason I knew that because I know C Murder dropped some albums like that, and he showed him doing it. But that's fire.
Yeah. The only thing is this: I feel like the album's not gonna get pushed. You know what I mean? But I think he would have pushed it. If he was out to push that album, I think it would have been a good album for sure. It
definitely, it's a good album. It's a Dirk album. It's a Dirk album. When you get a Dirk album, you're expecting certain things from a Dirk album, and you got that.
Any singles though you think out of that? Because I don't remember hearing those singles.
Well, he had one, if I'm not mistaken. He got a couple soft joints.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That I feel like that could really be, something that could be a single.
Because I felt like when I listened to it, like when it dropped. That was like a week ago. I felt like I didn't hear any singles out of there, like any standout like songs. It was just a good, album to listen to. So
the song that they're pushing is the 1,000 Times with Lil Baby.
Right.
And when I say push, I mean like if you go to like if you're on Spotify, if you go to all your releases, like your Out the Mud, your Midwest rap, your Southern rap, anything, that one song is going to be on all your little Spotify playlists.
Yeah.
So The only ones that they really push is that one and the that can't hide it with Janae Aiko.
Yeah.
So those are the only two songs that I seen that they really was pushing.
Deep Depression.
Spotify.
Deep Depression was a dope song.
Yeah.
That's the ones I felt like it was really dope. Deep Depression.
Definitely.
Other than that, I think it was just a good album to listen to. It wasn't like nothing like.
It's a good album to listen to.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was funny that he
classic album.
No, but he dropped it right after we had the whole King Von conversation. Because he was like, well, Dirk is da-da-da. And then right when, because I believe it was you who was talking about,
Yeah.
Dirk. And then right when he said, boom, he dropped like the next day.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I think he dropped on a Friday.
Yeah, he did. I remember that.
Yeah. I was like, thought that was kind of like, dang.
Man, they're saying like he might get out too, man. They're saying that his case is looking pretty good.
I hope he do. I hope all these dudes beat their cases.
Yeah.
I hope all of them beat their cases.
But we'll see.
We'll see.
Hey, man, we appreciate you guys for, kicking with some brothers, man. This is the show. You know what I mean? We appreciate you. Like I said, we talk about the hottest topics in the hip-hop industry, the culture. You know what I mean? We're through all the hot stuff right now. You know what I mean? You have any feedback, hit us up and let us know what you want to hear, want us to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Ran through it. Please like, comment, subscribe. We do need your support, man. This is like a 6th or 7th show. You know what I mean? So please come back and support us. Please like, comment, subscribe. Share this to your mama, your mamas, your baby mamas.
Yes, sir.
All the above, man. But yeah, we're going to be doing this every Thursday, man, for 7 o'clock.
Every Thursday, 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock is the time now because we had a problem with our 6.
Yeah, for sure, man. It was hard to get that at 6. You know what I mean? So 7 o'clock is going to be our time to do this. You know what I mean? Like I said, if you want us to talk about some things, hit us up in the DMs. And I'm Big Hendo, man. I got my dog
Q
in the building.
We here.
We'll see y'all, man, next week, baby. We out, baby.